Hey y'all, this is Ramblin Chris. As promised in the last video, today I'm going to show you how to adjust your cables and lubricate them properly. We're going to start over on the clutch side, and the first thing you need to do is remove this snap ring. So get your snap ring pliers. And carefully remove the snap ring. And I have the snap ring off. As you can see, what I was trying to do in the video is you insert the jaws of the snap ring pliers in and pull it apart and pull over the pin. Fortunately, it was a multiple hand job. You also may want some eye protection during this because the odds of it springing off and hitting you in the eye is relatively high. You also may want to have some on hand because the odds of them breaking is even higher than that. Now with that out, this pin here will simply pull right out. Comes right out. And we're ready to move on to the next step. Up next, we're going to need to introduce some slack into the clutch cable. So pull your boot that's covering the adjuster up and over. And then you're going to need to grab your wrenches. In this case, I need a 9/16 for that one. And a 1/2 inch for other. So first, loosen the jam nut. Go ahead and spin that up all the way. And then bring the adjuster up to follow. This has introduced a lot of slack in the cable. So you can take your cable and it will pull out of the housing. Like so. Then you can see there's this groove here. You're going to follow that groove out. Like so with the clutch cable. And a lever, and the clutch comes right out. Now when you lubricate the cables, you got a few methods to doing it. My favorite method is using a lubricating tool. So this tool will hook on the cable, the end. This end will go in this end, and the cable come up here. There's a little spot right here where the straw on your aerosol cans go. You're able to use that to force your lubricant down through the cable, and you let it run all the way through the end. This is the method I use for the throttle side. Unfortunately, I have no way to get it onto this clutch side. So resultingly, I have to very slowly spray my white lithium down through there. You do until it runs out the end. And as your cable comes in right down here under your derby cover, that's why it is likely in your maintenance book as a maintenance item that you do at the same time that you change your fluids. Now everyone uses different types of fluid. I just personally like white lithium, which is usually what's in the manual. But to do this the slow way, it's very slowly. Spray some lithium grease down the straw, let it settle a little bit. Agitate the cable a little bit. And then just keep on going until the whole cable's full. Now we're going to reinstall this cable and then do some adjustments. Now before I reinstall it, I want to lubricate this up. So I'm going to wipe off this excess lithium, which will also take off any dirt that I happen to have around. Now what I like to use is a product that I used in the last video, graphite spray. So we're just going to spray that on there real quick. Making sure to get any runoff. To install this, first we're going to insert the lever, then guide the cable around the back. Before I insert the pin, I sprayed it down again with, surprise surprise, graphite. From here I just got to get that lined up and push it straight through, which just so happens to be a two-hand job, so I'll be back with you in a minute. Now from here I want to push the cable in the rest of the way, which I had started, but sometimes it doesn't push in that easily. Method I found that works the best is sometimes if you just pull the cable, it'll come in, not always. Maybe this wiggle a little bit from there. But if it doesn't want to come all the way, it's not, there we go. And now we're properly seated in there. You can see we got insane amount of slack in here. That's because we still have to do our adjustments, which we're going to do now. Now when I do my adjustments, I like to take the lever and just press it closed. That way I can watch as I adjust as it just slides back out. And when it gets to here, I know I'm close and I can do fine tunings. From here, just gotta push it in. I'm gonna move on down to our adjusters. At first, you should be able to spin this by hand. You just watch as the lever closes. See, my lever is now sitting closed. That's what you have to do the adjustment. Now, the lever itself will always have a little play, but you want some play in that cable too, so you know it's adjusted. I know for a fact that I tightened this a little too much, so I'm just going to back it off a little bit. Now if you watch, you can see as I play, it's moving the cable a little bit. But I'm still not pulling it. At this point, I'm still slightly loose. You should have just a small gap in here when you add the play. So I'm just going to tweak this. It's based on my manual, it should be about 1/8 of an inch of play. The real thing is make sure that the clutch disengages completely when you pull the clutch in, and that is fully engaged when it's out. So I'm just gonna make a couple fine-tuned adjustments here, and then we're gonna move on. All right, I have my small gap that I wanted. This is the light play. I'm not yet engaging the clutch. Gives me a small gap there, so that's where I wanted it adjusted to. From here, we just bring down the jam nut. And we're just going to tighten it down. Now before you put the boot on, a lot of times it's not going to slide the best, so just take a little bit of your white lithium, give a little spray in there, and then from there she should slide over pretty easily. This bottom here, you usually, when you go to the jam nut, you typically will have to pull a little bit. There you go. Had some lithium there, so I'm gonna wipe that off. And that's how you lubricate and adjust a clutch cable. To adjust your throttle cables, you first have to start with the throttle one. This here is throttle, and this is the return one. Make sure this is fully slacked and you start to adjust out this cable here, which you simply rotate to do so. When you do this, you want to make sure that you have full throttle. Now, full throttle is exactly what it sounds like. Make sure your throttle is open all the way. So to do this, you need to be able to physically see that it's open all the way. So to do that, I'm going to remove my air cleaner here. Now we just simply need to take a look inside the throttle. When it's open all the way, with the throttle twisted, we will know that we are properly adjusted. And once you get that cable fully adjusted, simply have to tighten down your jam nut, which will require 2 3/8 wrenches. And from there, on that one, go ahead and slide your boot over top. And if they don't slide easily, simply just put some kind of lubricant like the white lithium we were using earlier. Then from there, what we need to do is our return spring. So it's all a feel from the throttle. You should only be getting about 1/8 movement, and you can see right now, like, we're getting quite a bit of movement out of that. So we're gonna wanna adjust that out. See, I twist that real far to show you difference. I feel throttle pretty much the whole way through here. Adjust that back in. Now you can see, as far as free play, we do not have a lot there, so we're kind of only looking about 1/8 of an inch. Now that number is not a set in stone number, it's also about personal preference and feel. I am pretty close to that. It's a little more than I want, so take a little more out. I like that right there. So tighten down your jam nut once again. Three-eighths wrenches. And then boot right back over top. With everything adjusted, last thing to do is just take it for a ride, make sure everything seems to be right. Be sure to do a lot of clutching and use the throttle quite a bit. Now this has been Ramblin' Chris. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below. I'll see you all next time.